In our country, in India, we respect women like gods. That's what we claim. We worship gods. There is hundreds of different avatars of female gods, including in Christianity where we speak about Mother Mary. Of course, we have Durga Mata, we have Lakshmi, we have Saraswati in various forms all over the country. In spite of all this, the issues faced by women in India is still alarming, and somewhere or the other, in fact, we're even known as the rape capital of the world, and women are feeling a bit uncomfortable and unhappy, many times walking alone in the roads in the middle of the night. Yes, my dear friends, today I'm going to be talking about POSH. POSH is not about the posh life or the posh car, but it is about an abbreviation, POSH, Prevention of Sexual Harassment. It's a very, very important corporate thing. So I thought it's important for me to speak to every one of you directly, especially me as a head of a company in charge of 5,000 plus employees and a big female workforce. What should we all be aware of with respect to prevention of sexual harassment? POSH Act 2013 is when it was implemented in India. It was put in place in India. It was outcome of the Nirbhaya incident that happened in December 2012. It created outrage not only in India but worldwide. A lot of actions happened after that. So as an outcome of that, in 2013, the Nirbhaya Act, or the POSH Act is what we call it now, came into place. And I want all of you to be aware of what this means to you and to me and to everyone else watching this video. So it is an act to protect women being harassed sexually in workplaces. Does that mean that you have to physically rape a woman and only then you will be implicated under POSH Act? Not necessarily only that. There's a whole lot of things that we need to be aware of. Knowingly or unknowingly, whatever you do can be construed as POSH as well. If there are any legal mistakes I do in this video, I hope I don't, but if I do, I'm sorry for that, because I have made sure that I have collected the required amount of information to share with all of you. These are common cases that happens in organizations. So first of all, the rule is if your company has 10 employees and above, you should be trained on prevention of sexual harassment. Many companies, SMEs, mid-size and big-size companies, of course, we have a POSH committee which includes an external lawyer, internally senior people, where all cases of sexual harassment are investigated in a free and fair manner. The most important thing for you to remember is it doesn't mean that you have to physically touch someone. If you make remarks about someone, I still remember, an example where somebody went and told a female that, hey, you're looking very beautiful today. And that person did not like it that day. And she thought of it as a sexual remark. Now, the next day, the person can be okay with it. That doesn't matter. The fact that that person is feeling violated is what matters the most. Now, I'm not telling everybody to get scared about it. It's about understanding the rules, the policies, and how it works. For a woman, it's important that they are willing and they give you consent. So you have to be very, very sure, have you got the consent and are they interested? They can give you a consent because you're the boss, for example. If you're a boss and if you're trying to make an advance towards somebody, they can get uncomfortable and still say yes, because how do they challenge the boss? That is why the government and the law says consent and willingness. I'm interested to do and I'm allowing you to do it is what is important. Now, without this, you cannot assume that it's okay for them. But apart from the whole act of physically touching someone, you cannot show indecent photos. You cannot show jokes, forward jokes. I remember once in a particular company, IT manager was forwarding inappropriate photo to his team who he was very close with. So he was typing the email address of his team, which was just one word away from being for the whole company. As he was typing the email, so let's assume that it is ABC company, he was typing ABC/IT, and whilst he was going to put the slash, somebody came and spoke to him, and he was distracted. He finished the conversation, he just pressed send. It went to the whole company. Within half an hour, that person was dismissed for obvious reasons. Now, you may argue that it was unintended, it was not done wantedly. Doesn't matter. The fact that it happened, you have to be careful. If you're just a normal employee, what you need to know is you should, even if you know the person very well, always talk within limits. Be aware of what you're speaking, how you are addressing them, how you're treating them. Make sure that you don't touch them inappropriately, of course. You don't share unwanted remarks. You don't want to tell them what happened in the weekend, who you slept with, or what fun you had. Even if you're talking to a fellow male and if there's a female sitting in the room, you have to be mindful of it. Now, I would even go a step further and say, even if you're sharing it with a male, it's wrong. So if you're a manager and a leader, of course your responsibilities go 100 times higher. You have to be very much careful about exactly whatever you're saying. Now, if you say that, Ashok, does this apply only to my workplace? What if I go on a work trip? What if I'm in a party? What I'm in a bus? I'm a factory employee. I travel in my office bus every day. What if I do something there? That's not a workplace harassment. It is. With now virtual offices, virtual working from home happening, anywhere this can be extended as a workplace harassment. And company has to make sure that due process is followed, investigation happens. And when such investigation happens, please cooperate with the officers, share with them what has happened. Now, your responsibility is not just for you to comply, you also have to make sure that others are complying. So I want all of you to ask this question to yourself. First of all, how am I following the rules? Secondly, how am I making sure everyone around me is complying to this policy? How am I making my work environment safe for my female colleagues? Am I treating them with respect? Am I judging them and passing unwanted comments? Am I body shaming them? Be aware of it. We have to make this place, this country, really a safe and a wonderful place to work for. And we are a wonderful company, wonderful country as such, and wonderful people as citizens. How do we make it amazing for everyone? See, this topic of POSH is a work in progress. You can never say that this is it. But what is important for you is to always have your antennas up, is what I say. Always be aware how you put yourself out there. This doesn't mean you have to be paranoid. Just do things what you would do to your sister or your mother or your immediate female family member. Do the same thing that you interact with. Let's together make the world a better place for women to live, thrive and work. Thank you so much for watching this video. Till I see you on the next video, don't forget to click on the subscribe to the channel, press the notification button and do like the video. More importantly for me, I would love you to share your comments about this video as well. See you all again. Ciao.